Bingo! You're welcome to Freedom Locs. I'm Emmanuel, okay, from Freedom Locs, bringing you yet another live video, okay, related to freeform locks. I'm freeforming locks forever. This journey is never gonna end, okay, be it in this life or the life to come. We're rocking this forever. Nothing was able to stop me so far, so it's not going to end now. All right. I told you last time. In fact, by December 2021, okay, I was kicked out of my job as a doctor because I was growing freeform locks. Okay. Um, they claimed that I was chasing away clients. Okay. And that patients were scared. They were scared of this doctor who was growing freeform locks. Okay. More than once, I remember having an interview with the owner, director of the hospital, and I was asking. I have a number of patients who come in and they don't even they're so cheerful and they even overstay their time with me in the office. And I'm asking myself, would they really do that if my locks or my hair was scaring them away from this hospital? You see? And I stood my ground. They had asked me several times to cut it down, and I said, no way. If I cut them down, that wouldn't be me anymore. Okay, I would have lost my identity. Now, um, am I saying that no? I'm bigger than freeform locks. Okay, but the avatar, my body, my avatar at the moment, okay, it has decided that this is my avatar of the moment. Okay, period. My soul wants to live in a body that's growing freeform locks. Guys, if that was too hard for the director of the hospital to understand, I just told them, oh no, I'm getting out of here. And the funny part is that, technically speaking, I wasn't fired. They asked me to write a resignation letter. Guys, this is a weird story. Um, I fumbled. I remember sitting there with this paper and I was writing it. And while I was writing this letter, this resignation letter, it was really funny. It was hilarious. I was laughing. For the first time in my life, okay, um, I was confronted with the system, and I was gonna lose my job because of this kind of thing. And I remember while I was writing it, that's what was going through my mind. I was like, guy, be careful what you wish for, because you want the freedom that comes with growing your hair out like this, but there's a cost. It comes at a cost. Okay, it comes with a cost. I was listening to Andre, what's his other name again? Um, Andre Gorgeous Taylor. Okay, so if some of you follow him, he had a video the other day, and he captioned it. What did it cost you to be a man? I know he talks about manhood and stuff to do with dating and women and all of that. Okay, he had been a pimp back then. Okay, so at that moment, I was asking myself, Emmanuel, okay, you're saying that you have free form locks, right? What did it cost you? And right there, I understood that it was time for me to make a bold stand as to what is it that I stand for, okay? And even if it was going to cost me my job at that time, okay? So I'm just making this video to kind of, just kind of go back again. I have not posted a video for a while. I also wanted to test what it feels like doing a live on my laptop. I know for sure that the webcam isn't gonna be the best, but I just wanted to try a new experience, guys. I hope the sound is better this time. So yeah, sometimes I'm like, yeah, how long have you been growing freeform locks is one question that comes up sometimes, and sometimes I don't have the exact number of months, and that's intentional in some way because okay, oh, thank you, okay, great. Great. If the sound is really good, then I'll really love using the laptop. I think the laptop experience is really interesting here. I don't have to deal with the tripod or setting up this and that and that and there and there. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So why I'm making this video is just kind of to when I was thinking about my next video topic, I was like, I left a gap in there. I've not posted videos for some time, and maybe in the heads of some of my subscribers and everything, they're like, maybe this guy has given up the journey. So it's a video to kind of tell you guys I'm in for the long haul. And more interestingly, I love to always read. Um I like to look at things and try to paint a story out of things or put meaning into it. You know, I'll give you an example. For instance, I always like to look at the aspect of this is just hair, okay? But you see, the person that I'm ultimately becoming by choosing this hairdo or growing out my hair like this is what also interests me a lot, okay? So, so far it's given me I'm really satisfied so far with what is going on here. And if I was listening to I don't remember his name. Guy, is it Guy Kawasaki? I think he was a one-time employee or COO or something like that, chief of something like that. I think in Apple or so. I think he had worked with Steve Jobs or so. um, there was this talk where he was saying like, okay, if you're working on something and you realize that you could, and then you tell yourself, okay, I've been working on this thing for the past 1 year, 2 years, or 3 months, or 3 years, and it's doing great for you. And you can easily just project and say, okay, based on this thing I'm doing for these 3 years, okay, if I keep on working on this craft or on this thing for the rest of my life, it's gonna just be amazing. It can only get better and better. So what I mean by I'm free forming locks forever, is that based on the um the self confidence, the the affirmative nature of, based on all the experiences, good or bad, that I've gathered along this journey. Okay, I'm ready to you know, take it for another good 10 years again, another good 10, 20 years again. Okay, because it's so exciting. And the longer it grows, the more, I just realized there's so many options that come with it, like in the styling of it, or, in the general aspect of it. Okay. And it's just a great way. I think it's really a great way to really just make a style statement wherever you are. You know what I'm saying? It kind of elevates my style. I just realized, for instance, that when I'm dressing up, okay, when I'm putting on my outfit, I don't need too many accessories again, like I used to before. You see, like if I put on a t-shirt, for instance, I put on a jacket, I just realized that I don't need a lot more accessories. Like, okay, if I had a cap on, okay, or that would just be enough on its own. I could put some sunglasses on, for instance, a pair of jeans, and I'm good to go already, because the hair in itself, is already communicating a style of its own. So that's just kind of the whole thing here. I'm aware that a good number of my subscribers wouldn't be on at this time, because I think it would have been more interesting to have that interaction going on. Okay. Nevertheless, you'd probably catch this later on as a video and watch through. So that is it. That is it. That is it. That is it. The other thing I was trying to say about the time and losing count of time is that for me, the whole philosophy of growing freeform logs is it's a certain way of detaching, okay, from not sweating out the small stuff. What do I mean is that what this it gives me enough space and time, head space and time to kind of go all in on things that are more important, especially habitual things. I'll give you an example. Like when I wake up in the morning now, you see, when you have some hair on, okay, if especially if it's a little long, you have to bother, and especially if you're working in a kind of corporate environment, okay, you're very careful as to combing it carefully, making sure that it fits in. You've had the conditioner on, you've done this and that, and yada 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 yada. Okay, I really don't need that much time. I don't devote that much time, anymore to all of that. Now, don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean that I don't have some self-care, like having to wash it or do all of that with it. Okay, it's just that you see, and life goes on. um by putting this up, by growing this, what I'm saying, what I'm communicating in essence is that I'm shifting away from um the mundane. I'm shifting away from really the garbage or the stuff that really doesn't matter, and I'm elevating myself and consecrating more time to more meaningful things. Okay, like um the state of my soul. Who am I? Okay, like what's my purpose really here? What am I heading to? Um, how much can I contribute to the world? Okay, what is my story about? Who can I inspire? You see, so in as much as it kind of stands out there like a way of making some kind of statement, fashion statement or something like that. I think what it does is that it pushes you, in any case for me, it kind of pushes me inside. You see, it's kind of paradoxical because the hair is growing outward, but my soul is growing inward. It's There's an inward growth going on inside. It's also true that when you see a tree growing out there or any plant, you see, if you see a very old tree, and a very old tree especially, you see, big, especially a very impressive one like the sequoia or those really large trees, you see, they're impressive, right? By their girth, you see, the length, the height, and all of that, and the widespread branches and everything. And that indicates just how grounded these trees are. So, what I'm trying to say is that for me, and this is really just coming to me right now, okay, I really love when I have this kind of downloads. Okay, what that tells me is that the more I have this external growth of what somebody called melanin, melanin magic. Okay, I forgot his name. He was defining dreadlocks, and the term melanin magic came out. The outward manifestation of melanin magic. Okay, so the more this outgrows like this, the more I realize my soul prospers inside. The more I realize that there's a need for me to pay attention to what's happening inside. These are serving like some kind of antenna out there. They are like some kind of sensors out there to pick on, okay, to pick on cues, signals, external signals from out there, okay. And while that is going on outwardly, okay, there's the inner work that is going on inside there. And it happens also literally in the physical, like, I mean, I'll give you physical examples here. For instance, okay, when I had that incident, for instance, at work in December 2021, and the director of the hospital had to have me leave. Okay, I was fired from there. That pushed me to dig deeper, because when I had that conversation with her, for instance, she was asking me. She made a statement. She said, are you an Obanje? Okay, Obanje is a term that really means it stands for this child that had probably had died, okay, let's say they had left this world and they come back, they're reborn, okay, and I know in most of the times it has a negative connotation to it, but they are reborn, okay, and they come back, okay, they could come back with a certain spirit, okay, and something like that, okay. Um, but what she was essentially trying to find out, okay, was why am I doing this? So even though I let them know that, without many justifications, apart from just knowing that this is what I want to do with myself at this time in my life, it pushed me to go back inside, okay, to like, what is this thing all about? Okay, why am I doing this? Okay, even if it might cost me my job, okay. And while I was doing that, I was actually digging into me. Like this was a whole journey of self-discovery on its own. Okay. That's when I started getting into astrology, into numerology. I started plugging into so many concepts, okay, and even concepts on health in general. It what I'm saying is that even in the physical world, because this hairdo is not what is often what is accepted, what it has done to me so far is it has pushed me to dig even deeper on this journey of self-discovery. So that's why I'm saying that based on what I've experienced so far, if I gotta experience this for the rest of my life, then I'm good with it. Okay. That's what I mean by I'm free forming logs forever. That's it. That's it. So I don't know how your journey looks like so far. Um, so I just wanted to share that with you. Um, and I really do hope that you have an interesting journey. This is what it looks like so far. Um, Sometimes I'm able to like do a little ponytail there or some kind of bun, but I'm not rushing out for that. Okay, it's just that I'm enjoying the versatility that comes with the length. The longer it grows, the more I realize I can get more creative, with the styling, and that in itself is very exciting. That's it. Okay, guys. So I'll catch you. It's frozen. Okay. I think it's okay now. Probably was just a network connection. So that's all I had for you today. I just wanted to share you guys some insight, as to why, based on my experience so far with freeform logs, I'm ready to keep freeforming like this, you know, forever. Okay. So it's kind of an inspiration also, motivational for you who's growing your locks and wherever you want to take it to. Um, it's your life. Have fun, enjoy the journey, and I'll definitely catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.